Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is a new week for FlossTube. Today is Monday, November 30th. It's like 3 in the morning, so really, is it the 30th or is it the 29th? I don't know. This is a channel about cross stitch here on YouTube, affectionately known as FlossTube. So, my ring is bothering me, making my finger itch. How are you all doing? Me? I'm getting by. I'm doing okay. I did not get to film last week. It was just one of those type of weeks. I really felt like I didn't have any content, so I was waiting until Wednesday, and then Wednesday came and went, and I don't know how that happened, or I was waiting until Tuesday. Anyway, and then at home, it was just, you know, it was a busy week. I was barely home. I had just a lot going on. I don't know. It was what it was. And it was a holiday week. So anyway, okay. So what have I worked on? I don't have these in any particular order. In fact, I don't even have them all with me. Wait a second. I hope you saw my video yesterday about Finish That Stitch December. So we will be starting vlogging tomorrow. So I don't think I'm going to upload every day. I'm thinking maybe every 3 days, something like that. I'm not sure, but I will be filming every day again because Vlogmas. Yeah. Okay, so one of the things I worked on this last week, and if you saw the most recent video, you've already seen this, but I worked on this quite a bit last week during, for Cheryl's, she's got an event going on right now where we tag each other, and then we have to, with certain words, and then we have to stitch something to do with those words. So I worked on this one. I gotta read some of these to you because I was pretty darn impressed with myself. She said you didn't have to be like very literal with this. You could like tell a story and get it done. So here's how this went. It's loading. First, or in no particular order because I accidentally deleted my post and had to start it all over. Somebody tagged me with drumstick. So I said, the little orange owl is giggling because they are hiding the favorite drumstick from the sibling. So that's why you see him. He's laughing. Yeah. Got tagged with orange. This little owl was playing with oranges. This one was playing with oranges and sprayed their sibling. You'll see. And because I didn't have the orange one stitched yet, but I was starting on it. So yeah, funny. Family. These two little owls are family. Turkey. These owls are playing hide and seek with some turkey friends. Can you tell who's hiding? Obviously the turkeys, because you can't find them. This little sneak added these leaves into the dressing because the word was dressing. Do you think they're bay leaves? Okay. I got tagged with parade. Sitting in the top of this tree, these owls have the best view of the parade going down Main Street. I got tagged with over the river. These little fish got really I did that on Queen. Hold on. This one was also dressing. I said, this little owl, got into the dressing, so now we have to make more. Didn't really hurt my feelings. I don't like dressing. I got tagged with giblets. Oh, that's a different one. I got tagged with... That's a different one. I didn't realize I had done so many on the fish. Okay, so those were all those. So you kind of get an idea. It was fun kind of coming up with stories to make these fit. So these were going in to Finish That Stitch December, so I will not work on them again until their card is drawn. All right. In case you don't know, Finish That Stitch December is a little event I came up with where I wanted to focus on trying to get some finishes out before the end of the year. I do that by way of an advent. So I took 12 projects that are pretty close to a finish, and I put them on little cards, and I put the little cards in these envelopes, and each envelope has a number, and I will open up, like this one will be tomorrow's, because the 1st all the way through the 25th. 12 of these have finishes, 12 of them have new starts, and one has a freebie. So that is, I'm not sure where number 25 is because it's, oh, there it is. Okay. So anyway, that is those. I put them in there randomly. I shuffled the envelopes and then I numbered them. So I don't know if I'm doing a finish on the 1st, a new start, what. So there's a whole video about that if you didn't see it. I did that earlier tonight. All right, next, I worked a little bit on Legendary Creatures, and then later I worked on it a little more. Anyway, so here's where it's at. I did find my moss, so I can start working on the Swamp Creature again. I ordered more, but I still haven't got a shipping notice from 123 Stitch. Excuse me. But I did find what was left over. Excuse me. I just finished dinner, so I did find what was left over, so I will be able to get started on that one. And then you see this one is coming along pretty well. I am having a little trouble with the seam because it's not straight, so I'm having to do some editing. I'm hoping I can fix that before the next letter. It worked out here because it's a mermaid sitting in water. It's called a Xana. It looks like a mermaid to me sitting on water, so I was able to kind of adjust the water to make up for the fact that this is a little higher than this. But when I get to, I don't want to have to constantly do that. So hopefully when I get here, I can either adjust it better or maybe I'll pick out the seam and still stitch over. I don't know. But that's how that is going. It's looking okay to me. It's not great, but this project's just okay anyway. It's not like an heirloom project. So that's where I'm at on Legendary Creatures. Alphabet by Clouds Factory. Oh, my back hurts. Okay. Also, I worked on my Dark Queen of the Seesaw. So, I was working on this one again for some of these. Like, these fish got really nervous when several people crossed over the river. They didn't want to be part of their Thanksgiving dinner. For giblets, do you fish have giblets? I sure wouldn't want to try those. No, they don't. Giblets are found in fowl, but it was cute anyway. Tagging family. This is a family of fish. Parade. A sneak peek of the parade. The owls were enjoying these beautifully colored fish were part of the parade. Dressing. Someone dropped their dressing in the river or threw it there because they dislike it so much. And the fishies gathered to gobble it up. And then I started to do something with nap, but then I ran out of time. So, ouch. So I worked on Queen of the Dark Sea, and I would like, I had this fish finished. I had a lot of this fish done. Oh, I gotta tell you about his birthmark. And then I would alternate between, this is part of her dress, and then back down here and back up here. And I apparently got my symbols confused because this dark patch right here is supposed to be this lighter color. I was like, I'm not frogging that. It's not so noticeable that anybody's going to care. And I'm just going to call it his little birthmark. So he's got a little spot right there that's a little darker because he has birthmark. So I love the colors in this thing. It's coming along very nicely. Okay, and the other thing I work on here and there when I get the chance, I just had it. Where'd I put it? Have you noticed that I tend to lose my mind every video now? It's just it's my new thing. It's yeah. So we should really be used to this by now. I'm serious. I just had it in my hand. I know I pulled it out. Did I set it over here? Oh, yay. Pull this down for a second. Not there. Not there. I'll show you that in a minute. Where is my butterfly? I pulled it out of there. I know I did. You know, it's sitting there staring me in the face and I just cannot see it. I can't see it. That's very frustrating. Alright, well, moving on, and I'm sure it'll pop up as soon as I stop looking for it. Because you know that's how these things go. So tonight I had a new start because, well, I know it's the 30th now, but it was the 29th when the night started. I decided to do a little bit of stitching before I got to recording this video because I recorded several videos earlier and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to stitch a little bit first. Really? Yes. Haha, I did find it. Okay. I'll come back to that in just a second. So I've been working on this butterfly for a coworker. She bought the kit, but does not cross stitch, so she asked me to stitch it for her. She's been enjoying, like, when I leave it here in the mornings after I work on it, she takes a peek at it and she's like, you stitch so differently than all the other stitchers I've seen. They usually color complete. I'm like, yeah, no, not me. So I worked my way. First I was gonna just start in the middle and work my way out, and then I decided I really wanted to get to the top to make sure it fit within this frame, and it does. And I'll show you that it is right way up because my symbols are correct. They're not supposed to be sideways. There. Good. So, and I'm all the way at the top, and I have about 2 lines of that border color. So it worked out. That's how it's supposed to look, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see once it's done. Anyway. So, well, I mean, because it doesn't really show that border very much in the cover picture, but it does show where that symbol is and where that symbol is. So anyway, we'll figure it out, but it is what it is, and she's fine with it. She thinks it looks amazing, so that's where we are at. I'll be working on that in about half an hour, so it'll probably be the next thing I work on. Okay, so today was a new start because it's Leap Into a New Start, which it was an event this year in Virtual Stitchers where we start something on the 29th because it's leap year, and so it's the only once every 4 years that we get 29 days in every month of the year. So, start something new. I started Miss Christmas Eve from Nora Corbett. So this, I did a center start right here. And I finished up this color, and then I moved to I'm working my way up. So this is some skin we got going on here, and her head should be somewhere in here. So that's 200 stitches. That I'm going to call it a night on that because it finished a couple prompts for me. And I was going to move on to my whip wranglers, but now it's almost 4 o'clock. And it's not a lot of stitching tonight, but I've done a lot of other things, plus not feel good. So, whip wranglers is something I'm going to be working on. So this week's going to be kind of interesting because I'm going to finish that stitch. So on the first, I will draw a card. If it's a new start, I'll put 100 stitches into it and then move on to whatever my whip wranglers are. If it's a finish, I'll probably do my whip wranglers first and then work on the finish until it's finished. Whip wranglers, we picked out 20 of our projects and made a list, and then we roll a D20 die and a regular die, and on the 20 die that picks which one of your whips you're supposed to work on, and then the other one tells you how many stitches you're supposed to do. And like easy is dice minus half, I think. Mine is dice times 100. Or times 100 then halved. Mine is just times 100, which is medium. Hard is 100 doubled. And with me doing finish that stitch and stuff, I didn't think I could get, like if I rolled a 6, that's 1200 stitches. That takes up most of my night, and then I'm not focusing on my event. So I went with medium. My first one, I haven't pulled it out yet. I'm not even sure where it is, so I'm not gonna like dig through trying to find it while I'm talking to y'all. But is Owe Them All from Erica Michaels, and I only have to do 100 stitches on it. So that's pretty cool. By the way, they have Snag Nabbits at Joann's. It's over near like the seam rippers and like sewing machine needles, ironing stuff. They have Snag Nabbits. I bought 2. I'm constantly losing those things. And then I have to wait for them to come in the mail from 123 Stitch. I got something in the mail today. It's just an 11 by 11 Q-snap from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm expecting a few more packages hopefully this week, but I still haven't heard from 123 Stitch yet. So, anyways, I guess that's it for me. It's only 15 minutes for 2 weeks worth of, yeah. I gotta quit talking so fast. That just... I'm getting some stuff organized. I'm getting excited about next year. Really excited about December and this Finish That Stitch. Yeah. All right, y'all. I guess that's it for me this week. I will try and make it a more interesting week. I had a few more whips that I worked on this week. Some that you hadn't seen before or in a while. So that was pretty cool. But then it's like, here I am. So, I hope y'all all have an amazing stitchy week. And I will see y'all soon. Okay? Talk to you then. Bye.